Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face while you're sleeping.
Physical strength is a vital part of the animal kingdom. It determines prey and predators, mates, and the territories each animal rules. Naturally, we're inclined to view this strength in line with the size of a given animal. The larger the animal, the stronger it is. But how true is this actually? Not so true to some extent. While some of these strongest animals hold up just as well in terms of size, there are much smaller ones that have more physical power. According to scientists, the strongest animals are also some of the smallest. In today's video, we bring you some of these strong animals in the world, their size notwithstanding. Number 10. Ori-batted mite. Ori-batted mites are tiny, averaging about 100 micrograms in weight and 1 millimeter in length. They are microscopic for a larger part. These tiny beings live mostly below the soil and forest floors, but what they lack in size is well compensated for in their strength. According to an experiment conducted in 2007, a single Ori-batted mite was found to generate a pulling strength equivalent to about 1,180 times its weight. This is well over 5 times what you'd expect of an animal that size. With that amount of strength, this tiny mite is arguably the strongest animal in the world. But how does such a small creature have so much strength? It all comes down to the amount of energy spent on supporting the body mass. Larger animals have most of their energy dedicated to carrying their frame. The Ori-batted mite doesn't have to deal with this. It is literally weightless, which means it can channel a big chunk of its energy to carrying as much as possible. Number 9. Tiger. Tigers are the biggest in the cat family. Although the size will depend both on sex and subspecies, generally males are larger, sometimes nearly twice as large in comparison to their female counterparts. On the subspecies side, the now extinct Persian tiger was among the largest. Today, the Siberian/Amur tiger is the largest. Males can grow to a weight of up to 300 kilograms and a head-to-tail length of 3.3 meters. With this big size comes immense strength. Arguably, tigers can be said to be among the strongest cats. This has afforded the top position in the food chain in any ecological system they choose to occupy. Being such formidable hunters, they can single-handedly take down some of the biggest prey that will otherwise require lions to be in pride. The Siberian tiger, for instance, can kill and drag an animal twice its size. That's why in several cultures, tigers are symbols of courage and strength. For instance, they feature in the 12 Chinese zodiac animals, with anyone born in the year of the tiger being considered as brave, competitive, and confident. Great as they sound, these attributes have worked against these large felines as hunting them is considered brave. As such, their populations have dwindled pretty fast. Number 8. The harpy eagle. The only bird in our video is the eagle, probably one of the most intriguing bird species. Generally, all eagles have a solid build consisting of strong wing muscles and firm legs. These, coupled with extraordinary vision, help the mighty eagle find food whenever the need arises. But among all the eagle species, the harpy eagle is the largest and equally strongest bird of prey in the world. Its adaptation paints a picture of a go-getter hunter. The weight is relatively small at just 9 kilograms, but the carnivorous bird is capable of carrying prey of equal or even greater weight. This is the most common weight among females, which are generally larger than their male counterparts. Most males average about 4.8 kilograms. Females are the most vicious hunters due to the obvious physical advantage. According to Guinness World Records, this eagle species has the heaviest and stoutest legs among birds of prey. When it spots prey, the harpy eagle swoops down at an average speed of 32 kilometers an hour, generating about 2,200 joules of energy. This is 3 times the muzzle energy of a bullet fired from a .357 Magnum handgun. Number 7. Ox. Wild animals aren't the only top contenders as far as standards of strength are concerned. The oxen are here to represent all the animals we keep in our homes. These beasts of burden are usually castrated, making them easier to control. They're also trained to step in instances where human strength comes up short, a job they've done well since 4000 BC. The tasks here include hauling wagons, threshing grain, plowing, pulling carts, among a host of others. These animals were an important possession in the 19th century United States, where they were used to exploit new fertile lands. The word acre once referred to the area of land a single pair of oxen could till on the longest day of the year. While much slower than horses, oxen are way stronger, being able to pull as much as twice their own body weight. Additionally, they're more enduring, which increases their usefulness as draft animals. Also, they have a calm temperament, which is just as important in such types of animals. Number 6. The green anaconda. This serpent is the most popular among the anacondas. It's also the largest known snake in terms of weight. Just like in several animal species, both the length and weight of a green anaconda vary according to sex, with females tending to be longer and weighing more. An average female anaconda will be 4.5 meters long, and a male is usually only 2.7 meters. These measurements are still up for debate, since there isn't a way to explicitly determine the length of a green anaconda, and that's due to several reasons. First off, it's impossible to completely stretch them out even when in captivity. Secondly, the lengths tend to vary depending on whether or not the snake is eaten. One that has just had a meal appears bigger than its hungry counterpart. Finally, the lengths cannot be determined using the skin in the case of dead specimens since it's stretchy. The average weight, on the other hand, is between 45 and 68 kilograms. The largest recorded green anaconda was 9 meters long and weighed approximately 250 kilograms. Instead of chasing after potential prey, a green anaconda usually lies in wait completely submerged in water except for the head. Once it has captured prey, the snake uses its massive muscles to literally squeeze the life out of its victim, and this is quite a lethal hunting mechanism. According to past studies, the anaconda squeeze is equivalent to about 90 pounds per square inch, which is the force of an average element will exert if it were to stand on your chest. Number 5. The horned dung beetle. The horned dung beetle is the most known insect when it comes to feats of strength. With the ability to pull 1,141 times its body weight, this beetle is second only to the Ori-bat in might and strength. For equivalence, if an average human of 70 kilograms had such strength, they would be able to lift 10 fully grown African bush elephants. This immense pulling ability places the horned dung beetle at the top among beetles in terms of strength. So, how did researchers find out about this rather bizarre strength? The study published in the journal Proceedings of the Royal Society B involved attaching a cotton thread to the back of different male beetles. The subjects were then led into tiny tunnels, like those they'd use for mating. Once inside, the thread on each beetle was pulled gently, prompting the beetles to brace their legs against the tunnels like they'll do when fighting. The thread was then passed over a pulley and a miniature pot attached to the other end. Water was then introduced into the pots and drops until the beetle was pulled out of the tunnel. Scientists attribute the strength because it's a deciding factor in mating for males. The horned dung beetles have to square it off physically to get a chance at mating with a female. Thus, the stronger a male is, the more likely it is responsible for bringing forth the next generation. Number 4. Elephant. Being the largest terrestrial animal, the elephant has displayed an immense amount of strength. We will look at the Asian elephants to paint a picture of just how strong these massive mammals are. Asian elephants are the equivalent of oxen, but larger and more powerful. They've been used for thousands of years in transporting both people and goods. But their most astounding use has been in logging, where they've been the sole haulers of massive and heavy hardwoods through the jungle. An average Asian elephant hauls about 3 to 4 tons per day on a typical day in Sri Lanka, according to the Food and Agriculture Organization. While size plays a role here, there is another contributing factor. John Hutchinson, a researcher at the Royal Veterinary College in London, attributes the elephant's ability to its unique skeletal makeup. While most mammals have their skeletons accounting for 10% of their body weight, elephant skeletons accounting for up to 20%. This gives them more of a robust frame. Number 3. Rhinoceros beetle. This is another insect that has repeatedly astonished researchers with its sheer strength. It is no doubt among the top 3 strongest animals in the world. While they're the largest beetles we have around, it's no secret that they're rather tiny things in the larger animal kingdom. Yet, this hasn't been a hindrance to the amount of weight they can comfortably support. It was widely believed that this remarkable insect could support a weight of up to 850 times its body weight. That is equivalent to a 70-kilogram human carrying 65 tons. This was later disproved by Roger Cramp, a locomotion expert at the University of Colorado Boulder. As per Cramp's tests, the rhinoceros beetle was only able to carry up to 100 times its body weight. While this is way lower than the popular factor of 850, it's still impressive for such a tiny being. If we humans had such strength, you bet we wouldn't be having much of the hauling tools around. Today's photo was sent to us by a subscriber, so if you come across a photo online and want to know more details about it, just send it over to us. We might even feature it in a future video. Number 2. Gorilla. Gorillas are the largest primates, and the closest human relatives having between 95 and 99% DNA match. On average, male gorillas range between 1.4 and 1.8 meters in height. Females are shorter, coming up at between 1.25 and 1.5 meters. The tallest gorilla had a height of 1.95 meters and weighed approximately 220 kilograms. The heaviest, on the other hand, had a weight of 260 kilograms and stood at a height of 1.83 meters. They also have bigger arms, with most males having an arm span of between 2.3 and 2.6 meters. This gives them immense strength to lift as much as 10 times their weight.
I saved the best for last, but first, I have a quick challenge that takes only 5 seconds to complete. If you can leave a like and subscribe within the next 5 seconds, you'll get 10 years of amazing luck. Just try it, it really works.
Number 1. Grizzly bear. Our last strongest animal is the mighty grizzly bear. Its massive size gives it an edge when it comes to hunting or warding off enemies. Males have weights ranging from 180 to 360 kilograms, while females are typically smaller, averaging 130 to 180 kilograms. Aside from their imposing frames, grizzlies are also known to have one of the strongest bites in the animal kingdom. At 1,200 pounds per square inch, these fluffy giants can crash lots of bone with ease. For perspective, the force is enough to crush a bowling ball and tear through a cast iron skillet with minimal hassle. Generally, grizzly bears don't actively hunt humans, but tend to be aggressive if you cross their paths. Females are particularly dangerous when they're looking after their cubs.